Okay. So we have Marlon Sahai with us here this morning.
Hey,
Welcome,
how you
sir.
doing? How's it going?
Excellent, thank you. Yourself?
Good, good, good.
So Marlon, I want you to know that my partner Nathan and I, we created this because we want to acknowledge you as a hero. Like, and you know, it's Independence Day tomorrow, and I really was thinking about this, and I really feel that it's the work that you do that gives me the freedom that I appreciate and love that's part of living in this country. And so I wanted to just have an opportunity for you to share what it's like and why you do what you do, and just allow people to get to connect with you and to to learn a little bit about you. So thank you for being willing to be here.
Oh, no problem. I enjoy what I do. Every day I get up and I come to work, I enjoy it. I don't think that it's really me or firefighters that are giving us the freedoms to do what, we like to do and to be able to celebrate the 4th of July. But I feel like, our men and women of the armed services, I'm actually an Air Force veteran, but our men and women of the armed services, they're the ones that are deployed overseas and, giving us the opportunity to be able to celebrate, a holiday and our independence as a country.
Well, I don't disagree with you. I completely agree that the armed forces and the military, they're the ones that create our freedom in the world. What I'm pointing at is how what you do here at home creates an environment that allows this country to work inside, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And, as a firefighter, we go out on different emergencies every day. And we are on the front lines. We just went through a pandemic and we're still fighting that fight today. But, we're here to help everyone and hopefully, see through and get everyone through this tough time right now.
How long have you been a firefighter? You say you were in the Navy for a while.
I was in the Air Force. I did
Air
4 years
Force,
there.
forgive me.
I did Air Force for 4 years, and then I became a firefighter in New Jersey for 5.5, and then I got on in New York's City. I've been now 7 years coming on.
Wow. So all in all, you've been a firefighter for 12 years or so, or even a little bit longer.
Yeah, roughly. A little different experiences. Each place is a little different.
So is being a firefighter something you always wanted to do, or is it something that showed up for you, or how did that happen?
It pretty much fell in my lap. When I was going into the Air Force, I basically put down a few different jobs that I thought I would have interest in, and they ended up giving me firefighter. And when I became one and started working as one, I really fell in love with the job. And that's when I knew, like, all right, this is what I want to do with my career.
Oh, wow. So you were in the Air Force, but you were operating as a firefighter in the Air Force?
That's correct.
Oh, I see. That's so interesting. I didn't even know that was an option.
Yes. So, one of the main missions as an Air Force firefighter is, we're there for like on the flight line, for the aircrafts and everything. But obviously, we also have structures on Air Force bases, so we're also there for the property, to protect the property as well.
So what is it exactly about being like, so you started off right away and you said you were like attracted to it right away, right?
Yes.
What was it about it? Like,
just, we have something that's called the brotherhood. Just getting together with everyone. It's a physical job, so, we try to stay in some type of shape. But, every day you're going to work, you're dealing with some different guys and girls, and you just, gain a lot of experience and a lot of like memories with people, really, and basically build relationships with people. Like it's basically a second home for me. When I'm not at home with my family, I'm here with the other firefighters.
So for you, is the companionship, the camaraderie that you really liked about it, like how?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it sounds almost like a second family in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. We do a lot of different things together. We have Christmas parties where we have our families come in. We try to do like picnics, stuff like that. We always try to do things as a group, and we definitely always try to get our families involved. And because it is a second family, and sometimes the people here see me more than my own family at home see me.
Yeah, I'm sure. So, what is it about, talking about family and the work you do? What is it about firefighting that you would say is one of the most, like, what's the most challenging part of your job?
The most challenging part is just not knowing what each day is going to bring, because any day of the week could be a different day. And we've seen, obviously, 9/11 happened, and
Wow.
there's other emergencies that happened that where we lost firefighters. And just coming to work and making sure everybody goes home at the end of the day is one of the most important things, because we're here, we do our job. We don't look at ourselves as heroes or anything like that. We're just here to do our job, train, get better, and make sure that we're doing our job professionally. And that's it.
So what I hear is the job can be somewhat unpredictable, eh?
Absolutely. Because again, one day you could see it could be just a very busy and strenuous day, and then another day maybe it's not as strenuous. But everything is different. Every fire is different. There's no two fires that are alike. That's one thing we all say. So you never know what the day's going to bring, but at the end of the day, we just hope that we all go home to our families.
Is there any particular memory that stands out to you that you like really learned something from, or like took something away from that you'll never forget?
Um, yeah, we had one fire back in 2015 where basically it was a gas explosion, and there was three buildings that ended up being lost, and unfortunately two civilians passed away in that fire. And it was definitely quite the experience. The roof collapsed on that. I happened to be on the roof at the time, and I was able to get away from that. So definitely learned a lot from that. We had a bunch of guys that could have probably died that day, but we were very lucky that nobody did. So again, nobody did anything special. We just did what we were trained to do, and everybody was able to go home that day.
You keep saying that, right? I hear that commitment, like no matter what happens, everybody goes home
Yeah,
at the end of the
absolutely.
day.
Absolutely. And the same thing for, our military members overseas. They're doing their jobs to give us, our freedom back home, and my freedom to be a firefighter, and, everybody's freedom to be able to enjoy, the 4th of July weekend. And, they have the same mission, is that they do their job. And at the end of the day, everybody could come home to their families when they finish their time overseas.
So Mara, I'm not going to embarrass you, but you keep saying you're not a hero, and I love the humility, and I get that for you, it's not being a hero. It's really is just doing your job every day and just doing what you were trained to do. And I hope you know that that's what actually makes you a hero.
And that's people will say that and stuff, but again, for us, like, we don't sign up to hold that title. We sign up because we love the job. We want to be good at our job. And again, like, I look at heroes as people who are defending our country overseas.
Right.
Because again, we don't have these freedoms unless they're over there, and they're the ones that are away from their families. I might be away from my family today and tomorrow, but at the end of the day, I'm going to see them. These guys, they're overseas, they're not going to see their families for months, years, so they're the ones that are really giving the sacrifice, and they're the real heroes.
Wow. Now, looking at like, so I get that you're just really like, committed to doing your job. Is there anything that really does reward you, or that you really get like what's your most rewarding or your favorite part of your job?
My favorite part of the job is just, hanging out with the guys in the firehouse. When we get off of work, sometimes, we'll go out together and, we'll go out, we'll have dinners together, stuff like that. But the most rewarding thing is just when you see younger guys coming in after you and they're asking you all these questions that you used to ask. And now you're the one giving them, kind of like mentoring them a little bit. And, it's rewarding when you kind of see them learning more and kind of turning into what you turned into. So when they start to get it and start to understand their job a little bit more, and now it helps make my job easier, and we could work as a unit even better. Then that's definitely something that's rewarding.
So teaching the next generation, eh? Really?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm still a young firefighter on the job. I'm still learning stuff, but we also have a bunch of new guys that came in that they're trying to learn stuff, and they're asking all these questions to myself and a couple other guys that came out of the academy around the same time as me. So we just try to mentor them and show them the right way to do things, and we hope that they're successful, because if they're successful, that means we're successful.
I love that. Again, it just points to the brotherhood and like how much
Yes, absolutely.
I've had friends that are firefighters, and I'm almost jealous sometimes. It just sounds like you guys sound like such a close knit unit, like
Yeah, absolutely.
how you come together. So, so do you see that, can you see that how your work contributes to people? And like, so in the spirit of this interview for Independence Day, and I know you're just doing what you're doing, but to us, you contribute to this freedom. And so do you feel that you contribute to people having liberty, or even what is liberty for you? Like, what is that idea for you?
Well, yeah, like liberty for me, it's basically, freedom. And it's, we say like liberty for all, and that's freedom for all, right? And there's a lot of craziness going on in the world right now, especially here in the United States. A lot of protests and everything going on. And, it's a tough time right now because people are looking at everything and what's wrong and what's right. And at the end of the day, if I could do my job and to help keep the people I serve safe, and if I could help keep the people I work with safe, then I feel that altogether that's one step in the process. And it's a big struggle, obviously, as a community to come together and as a nation to come together. But for me, liberty is freedom, and that should be freedom for all. It doesn't matter your skin color, it doesn't matter your race, nothing like that. And at the end of the day, when we're going out for a fire or something, it doesn't matter what skin color I am. It doesn't matter what the guy next to me skin color is. We're going in together and we're relying on each other. So, you hope that with, when we say like liberty for all, that's freedom for all. And we hope that, in the future, we could build as a nation and really be able to celebrate this nation the way it should be celebrated.
I like that. So what I like too is you're saying, like, when people come together for one purpose, right? Like you as a team, right, then the skin colors and everything else disappears, and you become really people working towards a united goal, like towards a united.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's how it should be. People shouldn't see, oh, you're this color skin or you're that color skin, and you should be allowed to get this, and you shouldn't be allowed to get this. Like everybody's here for to have freedom. People come to this country for the American dream and everything. And I feel it's like tough to celebrate that right now because it's like so many things going on in the world and all over this nation. And I just feel like we have to come together, and people have to start seeing better in other people and not judging people by the color of their skin, and also just being a nation as one. Like it's not fair that certain people are going to treat some one way, and then it's and then other people are coming back at them for protests or whatever. Like if you protest peacefully, by all means, you know, and people trying to speak up for themselves and have their voices heard, you know, but at the same time, we have to make sure that we do peacefully and that you know, we try to unite everyone together, and hopefully, you know, everyone can see the good, no matter what you know, who the person is or what race they are and stuff like that.
I hear your commitment, you know, when you're speaking, that like by you being an example, like for what you all do, you get to be an example of putting all those things aside. And like, you don't, when you guys are firefighters, you go out and you do what you need to do, which creates that security for other people, right? So that people can have the freedom.
Absolutely. When we go out, you know, people they know they need us. They call for us. You know, people aren't calling us if it's not an emergency. You know, so when they need help, they call us, and what do? We show up. And you know, it doesn't matter who's on the other side of the phone. You call, we're gonna show up no matter what, and we're gonna do the job, you know, the best that we can.
Wow. Well, Marlon, listen, I feel better knowing that you are out there doing what you do.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's not just me though. It's a whole bunch of people behind me and in front of me that, you know, make this job work. So, you know, I can't do it by myself, and nobody else can do it by themselves. So it's a team effort, and we hope that we could do our job professionally and at least represent not only, you know, our fire department, but represent, you know, ourselves and our families.
I love that. You're absolutely right. You know, I do think it starts with individuals to believe in something. And then, like you said, it takes a team, it takes a movement, it takes an army, right, of people working together. But I really, you know, I want you to know that it does start, I believe, with one person at a time. Like each person does their part, and then together we become a team, and we actually really move things in the world.
Absolutely.
Wow. Marlon, look, I hope you have a wonderful, I don't know if you're working tomorrow. Is tomorrow day off? You are working tomorrow, see?
I'll be here again.
The world, so everybody knows we're all going to be watching fireworks and eating burgers, and Marlon's going to be on call, ready to protect us if we need his help. I know, not just you, with your team.
Absolutely. And but, people all over, you know, first responders, and again, our military. There's people who aren't even in the country right now. You know, they're overseas, and you know, they're celebrating Independence Day overseas. So, you know, my hat's off to them, and my hat's off to the other first responders all over the nation who are also working and, you know, doing what we have to do, you know, so everyone else could enjoy their Independence Day.
Beautiful. Well, Marlon, listen, I won't take up any more of your time. It's been an absolute pleasure to hear your thoughts and to get to know you a little bit better. And thank you for what you do. And thank you for who you are.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. It was nice to talk to you.
Awesome, man. You have a great rest of your day. And
all right, you too. Enjoy your weekend.
Up again soon.
Absolutely, man. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you.